Oh, good evening, everybody. How's it going? Just turn that down. And then get this all posted up. Then we will be ready to go. Almost. Hey, cool. Cool. Where are we at first? Williams at Brands Hatch. Oh boy. That's gonna be a bit of a spicy one. Old FW19. At Brands Hatch. It is GP, right? Yeah, okay. Good. Needed to be sure of that. Otherwise we would have had some problems. Actually, we maybe could have done the short track, but I don't think it would have been particularly ideal. It's safe to say. I mean, the full GP circuit probably isn't ideal for cars of this speed. There's a reason why Formula 1 stopped going there, but, well, we're not Formula 1. So, fuck it, you know? Open, this is all set up. There we go. Oh, hey. I always forget to set the bloody fuel multiplier, but I guess we're just gonna shove that in there. Just gonna put like 100 liters in, and we'll see what that gets us. What we call the front. Quite different to Watkins Glen last week. Plus Watkins Glen, we could really push the speed out of these things. Have to be a lot more careful here. More bumpy, more twists and turns. Aren't going to be the most friendly on these cars. Oh, that's a... I thought maybe. Just maybe. But no, ain't got the temperature in those fronts. Especially with all this fuel on board. It ain't happening. See, even with 1 times fuel consumption, we're down into the 96 liter range already. Oh, excuse me. Hopefully that shouldn't be as bad tonight as it has been the past week or so, but no guarantees. Way out there. Oh, God, yeah, the understeer's more than you think through there. I'm keeping it on the road though, which is not too bad. going to be a tricky one, though, for 20 minutes. Oh, lock up there. That's something we got to look out for. And too much throttle on the exit. Double whammy of the problems. Second gear might even be a bit of a no-no around here. Kind of just the brake bias. We're gonna try dialing the brake bias back. Well, that's the lowest it can go, and I wasn't paying attention, and I've crashed. Let's change that here and see what we get. I do also want to crank this down a bit. See what that gets us in terms of steering feel. Feels a little loose by default. A bit better. Not sure on the braking though. I don't think the braking really feels much different at all. Just feels a little more nervous and skittish, which is actually the opposite of what we want, really. Hey Virgilio, how's it going? Yeah, things going pretty good on mine as well. Just trying to get myself in the best position to not die. Is this Jax's title winning kart? Yes, it is. Oops. It is indeed. Okay, that back to default, just to make sure. I want 100 liters in there. And I want the 80. It's 57. Okay, that's sure. Yeah, it's the 1997 Williams FW19. Not dying, always a good activity, yeah. There is also, this is the VRC pack, so we've also got the Ferrari up in here. Williams has done me pretty good though these first couple of rounds, so I don't see any reason to switch. Usually don't like switching mid-season anyways. If you put it like that, yeah. This is the final year before they went to the grooved slicks. Until obviously they then went back in like 2009. It was also just before like digital displays had really cottoned on as well, so like fully clocked on in Formula 1 cars. So Ferrari's got a bit more of a display than the Williams, but the Williams, well, as you can see, it doesn't have much in terms of stuff. Just the gear, number, the speed, the fuel count, and then on the little top bar you've got the shifter light, and then underneath that the fuel light. It's telling me the fuel's going to do 30 minutes, which means I need more than 100 liters, theoretically speaking, which is crazy. I guess we were at 130 at Watkins Glen last week, so nearly a full tank in this bad boy. Have a wide they were in short, yeah. I think often a pretty forgotten... I feel like the only thing people really remember about 97 is, like, well, RF, obviously. I think it was RF. Where old Villeneuve and the Michael came together. I think that was also the year where Damon nearly won in an Arrows. So maybe that also. But other than that, I feel like people kind of forget 97. Oh, I'm gonna shut that a little bit. Oh. Everyone would only talk about it when it happened. It was crazy, yeah. Ooh, dear. I'm beginning to learn that if I take my eyes off the screen for just a second in this combo, I could be very much dead. It's a good thing to keep in mind. Do a little bit more. 25? 32 minutes. That should be good enough. Yeah, it's maybe a little too quick for Brands Hatch, but fuck it, we're doing it. I think Boss GP has raced here though. So yeah, 1 minute on full GP now. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I think Boss GP has raced here, which means that these kind of spec cars, I think, have actually raced. I mean, the amount of anger, debatable, given that Boss GP is mostly a rich old man series. But it happened. I think they might even have done it on, like, the indie layout, which is even crazier. Then again, back in the early 2000s, Champ Car also came here. And, or Kart, sorry, came here and raced on the, indie layout. Which that was also crazy. I don't know how that race actually went, but I mean, just thinking about like 2000s kart cars running on here, on the indie circuit of all things, crazy. The prototypes here as well, crikey. I haven't seen that. Oh. Maybe it's got the indie layout. Oh. Server time. Oh. She's dead. Didn't realize time had gone on that much already. It has. Damn. Oh, it's gonna play silly with me, isn't it? Alright. Yeah, this is gonna be something. That's all for sure. Granted, I think driving this series anyways, with how everything is sort of configured, it does sort of demand a bit of discipline regardless. I tested totally not Ferrari. No, I haven't driven the Ferrari around here. Only the Williams. And these are the actual... This is before VRC went and unlicensed all of their cars. You actually can't get these from the VRC website. They never added them. They oh. You can only get them on Race Department now, which is nice. They still kept them up at least, but they didn't get any of the like sort of fictionalization sort of updates that, like, say the 2007 cars got that we used a couple of years back. Crazy to think that was like a couple of years ago now. I think that was like 22. Ooh. I did pick one of the, oh my god. Getting the track grip is lower here. I did pick one of the, tobacco-less liveries, though. Because it's funny to just see giant question mark on the side of the car and on the wing. There's a couple that had, like, the R and then a question mark, but I forget which race this is, but at least at one or two of the races in 97, they just had a big question mark. It's a very manageable oversteer. It is pretty fun, yeah. It is, it's a bit tricky, because you really have to manage the throttle, especially at lower end. Like, this thing is very feisty. The first round we did at Portimao, that was work, I'll tell you that much. Trying to stop that thing from spinning out of all of the twists and exits there. Was not easy. Suki Cappuccino Cup when? And somebody finally makes a version for AC that doesn't suck. At least all the ones I've found are not very good. I actually did look at one that was on Race Department last night. And it was a supposed stockification of a Busa swapped one. But it doesn't even have a turbo. So I don't know what kind of car he thinks it is, but... Oh my god, I was just bottoming out going down the hill there. That's gonna be funny to deal with. See what this thing's like on soft tires, though. Shave off a lot of fuel, because it's qualifying. Put on the soft tire. See what we get. Low RPM 12k, yeah. Oh, the S800? I should probably give that car another try. Oh, Lucas has died. I do remember driving that, like, years ago. And it didn't really click with me, but that might just be because I was bad at AC back then. A couple of bumpy corners, I'm sure I'll find the bumps during the race. I'm sure we all will, to be honest. If anyone finishes this with a squeaky clean car, I will be impressed. I am, Oh, Jim's gone! It's a fixed setup as well, so it's not like we can like jack the cars up or anything. Bit of extra spice on the mix. It is gonna be pure carnage. Yeah, it's either gonna be pure carnage or everyone is gonna be playing it super safe. It's qualifying at the moment though, so this is kind of where you wanna be testing those limits. But yeah, I think in a race, at least my plan is to take it pretty safe. Just gonna try and do what I did in the previous few rounds, you know, qualify decent and then just bolt it. Hey, just for the luck, I will definitely need it. Oh, yeah, there's a big old bump there. You gotta... Oh, no. Okay, we're good. Tires are overheating a little bit. I don't know if the mediums might be a better choice, even for qualifying. Definitely will be in the race. 104, that's not too bad. I think I was doing 105s. Admittedly, that was on like a full tank of fuel and on the mediums. So I guess this shave off is probably to be expected. That was a pretty scruffy lap still, all things considered, so... Well, I was a bit friendly with that curb there. A bit friendly with that grass there. I'm not even giving it like full beans in qualifying. I could be a fair bit more aggressive with this car, but it's just too risky. Ooh. There were 0 likes. I clicked dislike. I didn't change it to -1. Damn. I don't think that's how it works, but sure. That was pretty smooth through there. Not the fastest, but it was smooth. Maybe smoothness is the goal here. Again. Chatted separately, but YouTube decided criticism bad, so we're gonna hide dislikes. Oh dear. I think that's my qualifying over. Yep, it is. Just going to take out all the signs so nobody else can see. 125, I think I said earlier. 23:39, that should be okay. But if I put that down to 120, 22:42, so that should also be okay, actually. 120, and we'll see what that gets us. Jim making some good gains here, as well as Yari. Be interesting to see where those two end up. I think everyone else is in the pits though. Mattia's out, but Mattia's doing Mattia things. Yari didn't do it. Neither did Jim. Haha. Oh, only just though. Look at that, 0.08. Yari was 4 temps off. Oh, Mattia's thrown it. That's qualifying over, yeah. That is pole position. By the skin of my teeth. By the absolute skin of my teeth. I'm going to add a couple of extra... actually, no, it's telling me I should be okay, so... We're going to believe that. And we're going to roll with it. And then we're going to die. Oh, this... Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about starting on the grid. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. That's the plan, is to avoid death. Can anyone go with the hearts? No, everyone with the mediums, so... Here we go. It's like the gentlest start ever, but I don't want to risk anymore. Oh, bit of a stack up there. Oh, someone's been spun. Oh, a big pile up. Looks like behind. Mattia's up into third already, though. That's not good. Needed everyone to hold up Mattia. I mean, still got Yari there, but... it's way less cars. Dirty air should definitely help me out here more, though. Flying fin is a concern, but the bigger concern is the Croatian UFO behind me. I think he's Croatian. I don't remember. Oh. When you take the far section is insane. And that's underdriving. Like, that's a very key important piece of context. I am underdriving the ever-living crap out of the car at the moment. I'm being quite gentle with it. It's just the car's that fast. But it's like, if I push too hard now, I'm just gonna kill my tires. And I want the tires to be better for later, when the fuel's burnt off. The car is much lighter. At the moment, though, it's basically just trying to set good lap times, but being relatively friendly to the car. Not asking it to do too much. So we do still have over 100 liters of fuel on board. And that is going to deplete quite a bit. That's a bit rough through there. Turning a little early. Yeah, he is. Which I need Yari to hold him up for as long as possible, really. So otherwise this is going to play out like every other race so far this season. Because I think I've led the most laps in this championship so far. Mostly because Mattia doesn't really bother with qualifying. Yeah, very much not an easy overtake. So yeah, I pretty much need to get up front and just sit in clean air to have the best chance. And ideally try and pull away from the guys behind, whilst also not breaking my car. Yari's pushing a bit harder though. I think he's definitely coming under pressure a bit. I didn't drive terribly great that lap though, either, so definitely allow him to close the gap a little bit. But at the moment, I'm just trying to avoid spinning out or burning up the tires too much. Harry's doing a pretty good job at holding Mattia off, which is good news for me. He actually ran the fastest lap of the whole race then. Maybe. Might have tried his luck earlier on and then realized it was probably a bit harder than he thought it would be to make the overtake, so maybe he's settling in, getting ready to just keeping on that pressure and getting ready to attack later on. Yari is starting to close up on me, which is a bit of a problem. That being said, Mattia is staying pretty close behind Yari. I don't know if Yari lost a lot of time then, or if I've just got my foot down a little bit more through that opening sector. was not a good bounce. That kind of threw me up there big style. Tires are holding on reasonably well this time, which is good because I need them to. Right a little early there. A bit of gap up left-hander after Druids. Maybe. I'm not actually fully sure where the differences between the two cars lie. I think both of them behind me are in a Ferrari. There might be some very slight differences. It's hard to tell. If there are differences, they are pretty slight in terms of both the cars, because they have seemed pretty evenly matched. I haven't noticed anything where I've definitively been beaten by a purely car-related issue. It's always been, you know, the other person has just outdriven me. In both cases, Mattia. Yari's definitely holding his ground a lot better this time. We're into the last 10 minutes. Still carrying a lot of fuel. I guess that shows how much I've been underdriving it. It's just how much fuel I've spared. Just risk management and trying to stay focused. Might start hitting the yellow border of the tires soon, which will be interesting. Car seems to be handling pretty okay at the moment though. I don't think we run any risk of hitting the reds like we did at thingy though. Oh, Yari must have lost it. Yeah, he's dropped off. Now it's just Mattia behind, which is not good. But at the very least, we know overtaking here is a lot harder. So just need to stand my ground as best I can. Oh, Phil disconnected. It's unfortunate. Actually beat Mattia there lap time wise. That's good. Car is noticeably lighter now. So I see all the fuel taken out. Nearly went into the gravel there, which is bad. Tia breaks into the 104s. Crazy stuff. I overshoot a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, I think Matthias lost it. He has indeed. Not sure what happened. But that makes my life so much easier. So now I pretty much only have to worry. I just have to worry about picking up my pace. But now I don't really need to worry about doing that. Which is great, because the tires are beginning to hit their fall off. Can't rest too easily, because he's not that far behind me, but I don't have to push as hard anymore. So many lives tonight, yeah. The replay is going to be a bit of a doozy to watch back, I think. I mean, from my end, it's basically just been poodling around. Very much a Prost-style win, trying to win the race as slowly as possible. I have not really... Oh, there you can feel the grip going a bit now. Also need to avoid getting a penalty. That would be pretty diabolical. We've got left a little under 5 minutes. Whew. It's still a while. Oh, Lucas is all the way down in 6th. Unfortunate for him. The left sides are yellow. It's one of those races where it's like, you're like, oh, I can relax now, but like in reality, can't really. If I start to like disengage like I would normally, I'm gonna be off into the shrubs. He is gaining, but I can afford to let that happen. When he starts to get really close again, that's when I need to be worried. At the moment, I think he's far enough away that it's not much of a problem. 3 minutes left, so about 4 laps according to the timing board. Oof. Might even catch lap traffic though at this rate. I think they're a bit too far ahead. They are showing. Gary had a 1:11 that lap, so I think he must have run into some trouble. Again. Here is absolutely siving down that difference. But only 2.5 minutes to go. He's got, what, 3 laps? Catch and then pass. Easier said than done. He's running about a second a lap quicker than me at the moment. Isn't great, but it's not the end of the world. Fireware is beginning to hit more now. Oh, I think he might have gone again though. That number has gone crazy. I think that pretty much solidifies this. Yeah, it's saying he's about 20 seconds back. I don't see him on the... I've seen him appear on the mini-map. I don't see him anymore. So I think he's lost it again. And he's been overtaken by Yari. Yari back up into second place. really is just bringing it home now. Oh yeah, they haven't even come through turn 1 yet. Probably should have dropped down to 3rd. But why I didn't. Not white flag. Could be cheeky and park it up, but I think that's a bit pointless. Really, we got the fuel, we got the tires, we have the advantage. DSET's fastest lap of the race. As he tries to catch Yari for 2nd place. Will he be able to? I don't know. Seems like they are pretty close though. But real time is kind of having a bit of an aneurysm, so not really the easiest to tell. Seems like the tires are just going to be hitting the red point. Maybe. As we come to the finish here. So even being pretty nice to them for the most part. They've worn out quite a bit. Now I get a finish with a pretty nice chunk of fuel in the tank. Got 14 litres. There we go. Thank you very much. It was probably the most unremarkable race win ever. But, good job, we kept it on track, yeah. Max VB like. Well, if I was Max, I would have gotten fastest lap. I was definitely not a Max. Definitely not a Max drive. I don't have the cojones that old Verstappen has. Get the auto replay up. It was fun though. That was pretty tough though, but good fun. I think though this is going to be pretty much entirely watching other people though. My race was pretty boring in terms of replay. But I had a plan, I stuck to it, and it worked. Lucas got past Jim, nice and clean. Pretty clean turn 1, but then this is where shit hits the fan. See, Yari goes a bit deep. Lucas goes even deeper, but they live. Oh, not quite. I don't seem to have Phil or Lucas's liveries, which is a shame. Those two touch. Oh. Still stacking up there. He spins. then ends up rolling backwards. He jumps on the brakes to try and stop, but then those three come together. Both Mattia and Hanu get through. Or Phil gives Jim a little tap. They keep going the right way. Does Jim get it back? Oh, he does get it back on track without spinning. Everyone gets going again. Phil lets Lucas go. And everyone is back pointing the right way again. Not sure where the next events happen. I don't know if there really were any overtakes. Definitely weren't up front. Well, there were when people spun, but that's a different matter. I guess we want to jump to old Mr. Yari here. See what happened with him. He's hanging on very well, actually. Mattia was pressuring him quite a bit. And he held strong. Oh, maybe a little bit of action behind. Did Lucas have a little tumble? Oh, he did. I'm guessing too much roll. Yep. Oh, onto the grass. Caught Phil right up. Love his livery though, the old MasterCard Lola. Or Master Hard, sorry. Let's have the Lola badge on the front. He's got little stickers for each of the tracks as well. Let's see, where does Yari lose it? I lost a bit of ground. I guess he just lost time, yeah. I don't think anything major happened. Got a little wobbly there, but other than that was fine. Let's see what happens. Where does it all go wrong? Halfway into the race now. I don't remember when it happened, to be honest. I just know he was behind me, then he very suddenly wasn't. Here, maybe? Oh. Oh, fine. Oh, someone behind had a bit of a... Oops, though. Is that Lucas again? No, it wasn't. It was Hanu this time, I think. Yep. Yeah, Druids be catching people out. Oh, into the wall. Unlucky. Don't watch that. Oh, too late. Just did. Did Yari meet a similar fate? Oh, he did. Oh, bugger. Just put the blooming... As soon as we get to the bit, blooming click on the wrong thing. Let's see what happens. Oh, away he goes. Yep. Oh, that's the wrong way. I don't think he hit anything. No, luckily not. But yeah, just picked up the throw a little too early. Did a good job to get it locked down though before he hit anything. Same with Phil. I guess Phil was just... He was just struggling, I think. And then, yeah, decided to pull it into pits. That was him done. I can see falling quite a ways off. Oh, yeah, he was struggling. Yeah, this was not an easy combo. By any stretch of the imagination. Smooth crash the exit, few people notice it. I was finding a lot of bumps around here that I didn't notice before, to be honest. Well, you don't usually think about, but in this car you very much do have to think about them. Like, on the exit here there's a lot of bumps as well that you gotta be careful of. That threw me a couple of times in practice. Jump forward though. Yeah, Mattia pressured me for... Or he began chomping down the gap. But then he himself fell victim. Oh, someone back here. Oh, what happened here? Oh no, it's a little too wide. Yep, on the grass. Yeah, that was another risk as well. Oh, into the wall again. Oh no. How much? You're a bit late. Yeah, I don't know when Mattia bites the bullet, but oh. Who's it this time? Oh, Lucas. Oh, that's a big... Oh. Yep, there he goes. Bang. Ooh. That was nearly bad. He rejoins, notices you there, and then he rips it away. Which only puts him back where he started. Let's see, where did Mattia go? Could have lost a powers moment there, yeah. Oh dear. Yep, same thing. Away he goes. Oh, but he hit the wall as well twice. Oof. Did he make another slip? He must have made another slip up. Because he already got past him. Yeah, the same crest. I think it might have been his second bin, actually, where Yari got past him. Both had big RUFs later on. Oh, both of you! Yeah, I very much taught us that race. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, too much curve, I think. Yeah, then the bumps. Oh, hard into that wall. I mean, if you had that, Mattia must have died big time. Let's see, where does he go? Okay. Oh, there we go. Damn, there. Oh, I guess maybe bottomed out over here. Is that what happened? Maybe not bottom out, but I guess the AstroTurf, less grip. And that just got the rear end out. Just enough. Snap him round. Oh yeah, it's not a good spot to be in. Because now he has to get it turned around. Now he's on the grass and away goes. He get close back up in the end. He was pushing it pretty hard. He did get pretty close. 100% throttle while climbing the exit curve. Yeah, I guess that'd do it. Yeah, a lot of bumps that are pretty innocuous in most other cars, and this thing are a death sentence. Yeah, he closed up quite a lot, but he didn't quite get it done. Be interesting to... Oh. Okay, game crashed. Thanks. I did voluntarily close the game, but if you want to tell me it crashed... Sure thing. Alright, let me get the old results. Oh. I'm pretty certain that he is still going to be leading. So it's 2 wins to my 1. Oh, maybe not, though. Actually, no, I think it still will be. I mean, I quit the replay, and then it popped up saying, game has crashed, and I was like, oh, okay. I exited, but you tell me it crashed, sure thing. Yep, so I took the win. Only one without incident points. Porter's driving really paid off. He did the hard work in qualifying. Well, I'd argue the race was a lot harder than the qualifying. But put down the pace I needed to in qualifying, and then just got the start right. And got lucky, really. Yeah, 4.3 on race pace. Yeah, madness. I did a 5.0. Yari did a 5.2. Mattia with his crazy 4.3. Jim with a 6.1. Lucas with a 4.8. That's pretty good. Then Hanu with a 5.4 and Bill with a 6.4. Of course, everyone with incidents. Bar me. Not too many though, but obviously, yeah, those were very costly in the grand scheme of things. Of course, you can see quite a bit of jumping up and down. On the board, even though I don't think there was a single proper overtake. I think every overtake happened from someone spinning off. Yeah, madness. Overall point standings. Oh, 1 point. 1 point advantage. Whew. Crazy stuff. I think he might have still been. He probably would have been ahead still because of those 2 wins. But all right. Cheers, Virgilia, for popping in. See you around. Yeah, 1 point. Oh. I mean, I think it's going to be hard for me to overturn that 1 point, but we'll see. Next week is Circuit de la Sarthe, which is the sort of wild card round. That'll be interesting to see how that goes. A lot of slipstreaming, that's for sure. At least hopefully. Yeah, and then Okayama and Silverstone to wrap things off, which will be interesting. Phil and Jim are pretty close, only 3 points separate the two of them as well. Yari is sort of in a little bit of a void. He's a little too far back on me and Mattia. I think it's not insurmountable, but if the sort of rates carry on as they have, I don't think that's going to change, but it could, very much could. Yeah, Phil only 10 points back, so not too far off of Yari. He could definitely make a jump up if he bounces back from Brands Hatch. And Jim not too far out of it either. Anu, unfortunately, is quite a ways off, given his issues, technical issues at Portimao. But yeah, I guess he's just in it for the fun of it, trying to get the best result he can. And some unpredictable rounds lie ahead, so it'll be interesting to see how things go. Roof time, though. See what we can cobble together with that. That's the wrong car. Oops. There we go. Alright, Sebring. Actually, I haven't checked what version of Sebring we're on. Okay, we are on the right version of Sebring. Good. Hindsight, that would have been something I checked a while ago, but... Okay. Time to balance out the luck. Now I've used up all my luck. I think. Where were we last week? Most spot. It's a pretty flat track, so it'll be interesting to see what I'm saying. Good point. What am I doing? Let's see. Oh, I need a drink. Oh, big oversteer. Sunday's races, vintage Le Mans, your regular Le Mans. Did you arrange that? No, I didn't actually. That's pretty funny. I didn't even really notice that. Totally not wink wink. No, we don't really we don't communicate at all really on what we're planning. Each season, to be honest. They kind of just post some stuff, I just kind of post some stuff, and we hope we don't come up with the same thing. Oh, we'll go wobbly there. Oh. I didn't think about the braking. We have like the world's largest tarmac runoff, and I still fucking hit the wall. Fantastic. Setup doesn't feel terrible though. I think we can actually trim off a bit of rear wing though. Braking, I barely know. Damn, you're not wrong. Not wrong. Just realized I have asymmetrical camber. I think I was meant to set it on both rears. I didn't. That's quite funny. Tell me I could increase the tire pressure, so I guess we'll go 2 clicks up on each. And we'll see where that nets us. Trevor around like the Rock's eyebrows. I did last week's race like that. Which is pretty amusing. Oh yeah. Hot tires, this thing is a lean, mean, understeer machine. But hopefully get these tires up to some temperature. Might actually be. Is there a Discord talk tonight? There can be. If I'm actually going to be any good here, I don't know, but I think this is probably the most comfortable I've felt in the car in the rounds. So I'm hoping it's not going to yield terrible results. I don't expect... Oh, that was not a good line. Oh, oh dear. Uh-oh. No! Fuck. Hang on. My wheel's out of line. You can't see it, but it's like my actual wheel. Like, you see the in-game wheel is straight. My actual wheel, not so straight. Okay. We're good. Potentially more funny when you don't perform well. Gee, thanks. But no, it usually is, yeah. But things usually, like... I think there's sort of... There's 4 kinds of races, I think. Like, if you took every race I've... Oh, dear. I shouldn't have let go of the wheel. If you take every race I've done... Oh, shit. Ow. I guess 5 races. There's 5 kinds of races. Actually, thinking about it. There are 5 kinds of races. There's the perfect scenario, where the race goes well, and we have really good racing. Like, everyone's battling, and there's a lot of intrigue and stuff happening. And it's good fun. There's what we sort of had with the Williams, which is kind of a boring win, all things considered, you know. It was good for me. I was fighting quite a bit there, but obviously wasn't the most interesting thing for you guys to watch. Me just kind of meandering around, trying to make sure I don't throw the Formula 1 car off into the trees. Whilst the people behind me did exactly that. Then you've got the race where nothing really happens. It doesn't go amazingly, but nothing... Doesn't go poorly, doesn't go amazing, nothing really happens. You've then got the race where everything goes wrong and it's funny. I guess probably one of the most famous examples in our sort of little circle is the good old James gear stick race where it kept popping out on him. Oh god, it's time. Oh dear. I've had a few funny blunders, but I don't think I've had such a consistent streak of problems like that before. Oh, excuse me. And then you've got the worst kind, which is where everything goes wrong, and it's pretty miserable. You know, I generally try and be as positive as I can when, like, things don't go wrong. But sometimes you do just get a bit annoyed. There's not really anything you can do to help that sometimes. I do try. Why is it? Told me the server was up. I didn't see it. Recent. Tell me it's there. It's not. It's not actually getting the information for the server. Yeah, I think the best kind of races are either when everything goes well and we have great battling, or when everything goes wrong, but in like a really funny way. I think those are definitely the best kind of races, because they're entertaining, at the very least. Okay, wow. Oh, no, there we go. Oh yeah, Road Atlanta with missing grass message, yeah. How could I forget? That was brilliant, yeah. I love that clip from Donnie, where he's just like completely flabbergasted as you go flying past. uh,
Your skin is okay.
Thanks, boss man.
Skins checked, nothing new, carry on.
Okay. Cheeky handbrake pull. Oh, not really stopping. Oh, we're good. I do have a little bit of a goofy race idea planned for later in the year. To sort of fill up one of the sort of special event slots that I've sort of put aside for this year. Which I'm hoping should be a bit of fun. Completely random, but that just the sort of talk about race performances kind of popped that in my head. Done it again. Ooh, okay, I lived that time. Fuck this up again. Handbrake saves me. Hell yeah. Power of four-wheel drive. I mean, I'm a little high on the left side, so I can drop those. Seems like this might be a little bit of a quieter race, which is... See what SRS TV livery. Yeah, I don't think the roof has been such a hit, but that's the risks you take. Definitely the risks you take. Oh. One thing I do notice of all of these events, though, is that pretty much it's, you know, these races here and the special events I do there, they're always open to everyone. Granted, for these you do need an SRS account, but, you know, there are quite a lot of people with SRS accounts out there. Yeah, one interesting thing I do notice from time to time is that, like, you do occasionally get, you know, you sort of have the, like, main circle of people who sort of do these things. Oh, I've overcooked it. You know, you've got the SRS regulars, and for the special events, there are a couple of people who sit outside the bubble, or the SRS bubble, but they are people that I sort of, you know, they know me from other places and stuff. So there is more of a connection there. They're not, like, completely random people. Like, you do get, like, little sprinklings sometimes of, like, external people who aren't in the usual kind of circles being like, oh, yeah, I want to do that, and join in. Do find, though, that most of the time they don't actually end up participating. For SRS, makes sense, because I think what happens in SRS a lot of the time is people see the races and they're like, yeah, I'll do that, and then the race actually comes up and they forget. And that could be the same with, like, my events as well, but, like, is a little bit of a shame. I did make a couple of posts on the day of the race of Binners in, like, another Discord server. With, like, a couple of friends in. Be like, hey, you know, like, I'm doing this thing. You want to join? And a couple of people joined from that. And I feel like they missed the bit where it's like, oh yeah, the event's happening in, like, 2 hours, by the way. Because I think they were both seemed relatively interested in, like, the whole idea. But neither of them turned up for the actual event. Not to put any shade on them, but I thought that was a funny thing. I was like, yeah, this is happening in, like, a couple hours. Want to do it? And they're like, yeah. Well, I didn't directly ask them, but I was like, hey, I'm doing this thing. Here's a link. And they joined the Discord and then didn't do anything. Which is totally fine. If people do want to do that, you know. They might not have had the time and want to do future events that I sort of cobbled together. Because we are planning... Well, I am planning to do more. There isn't a team behind this yet. I don't think there will be. Unless these events start to grow quite a lot. But I mean, if people have ideas and they want to work with me to put them together, I could definitely help with that. Yeah, even if it's just a bit of signal boosting. Something that you've already put together. If it's something interesting, I'd be more than willing Not that I could signal boost things much, but something's more than nothing, I guess. Oh, that was a bit rough through there. Shucks. Oh, I'm the slowest at the moment? Oh dear. Oh, by almost a second. Oh, no. I guess not the first time I suck at driving in my own series. Not the first time, and definitely won't be the last. I do definitely enjoy putting together these like little events and stuff. Obviously the nightmare comes from, like, you know, obviously scheduling and whatnot. I mean, it's with internet stuff, it's pretty much always scheduling. Trying to find something that can balance people from all around the world is never easy. Someone pretty much always has to get the short end of the stick, unfortunately. Bit of a slide there. But that lap time's going to be better. It is. I'm still up the pace. Oh no. Oh dear. You know, actually, I'm gonna... That's it for qualifying for me. Drop that down a click. We're actually going to trim off an extra degree of wheel ring. I think that will probably work out here. 20 minutes of fuel. I actually want to add a couple more, I think. Just to be safe. Don't want to run it right on the edge. 21:20. Running 2-minute lap time, so we'll add a couple more. I think that should do us. 22:30. That'll do. Okay, almost a second off. Ouch. Cheers for the luck. I will need it. Not too bad of a start. You know, I think one interesting thing I noticed since picking up the new car is actually just like, I think one of the big things you really lose out on with force feedback in sim racing is you really lose out on the sort of I guess more like longitudinal motion, like backwards and forwards. I don't know if that's the right word. I think it's the right word. I don't know. Feel free to correct me. But everyone is pulling away from me already, which is great. But yeah, you don't get that backwards forwards feeling. Like obviously I can hit the brakes as hard as I want, and you see the car visibly squat. But obviously there's no way, you know, the wheel can only move left and right. There's no way the wheel can really simulate the feeling unless it's like, you know, loosening up the wheels, you know. That's all it really does, is handles, gives you a rough feeling of the load on the wheels. So it's definitely one of the things that I noticed in the Cappuccino is that, like, that turbo is tiny, but you feel it. You really do feel it when that light comes on. It pulls you back a bit. But like in this car, for example, this is obviously a much bigger, more powerful car with a more bigger, more powerful turbo. Don't really feel it. It's not until you get the more extreme cases here, like the, what do you call it? The Lotus 98T, where you really do begin to feel that kind of rush when the turbo kicks in. Because obviously there the turbo is massive. And it's like without this turbo, the car will probably feel quite slow. Quite a bit slower, but like in terms of the turbo actually spooling up, you don't really feel it when just driving around here. If I didn't have that little orange bar... Oh, that's not great. If I didn't have that little orange bar on my HUD to show me the turbo, probably couldn't tell you that it was actually doing anything. Oh, Rob's gone a bit deep. But it's like, yeah, if you drove this thing in real life, you probably would definitely feel that turbo once it got going. Oh, I'm in the gravel a little bit. He's having a little bit of a jolly battle up ahead. Yari is pulling away. Off the corner way better than I did. We done? No, better than one up, okay. I have to make sure on the fuel counts. Because if that fuel count is right, then we're screwed. But I think it's just first lap things. The prediction hasn't really come into sync. It usually takes a couple of laps to get ACRO fuel on the right track. So I think when we cross the line here, we'll begin to know for sure. Yeah. We're actually not that much in the green, though, which is a bit of a problem. It's not what I want to see. It does seem to be trending more negative. I don't think we need to worry about it too much. could see it dropping in the straights quite a bit. I should have gone to first there. That was a mistake. Bugger it. She was pretty close to those two, and I think that cost me big time. Why did I do that? Ooh. Bit of a drift. Slowbros have shared the racing workload. Indeed, they have. Oh, he slipped. Mattia's alongside him, but he's not ahead. Oh, he's gone deep again, though. I think that's going to be Mattia through. Not quite. He's going to have a slipstream down here, though. That is going to land through, I think, here. Unless Rob outplays him. Yeah, Mattia's through, but Rob's going to try. As I go sliding off into the abyss. On grip up. I wouldn't really say this is bad luck. Oh no. Maybe the bad luck is the fuel number though. That's not looking good. Please go down. Mattia made a mistake there. Not enough to allow Rob through though. Might have to engage fuel saving, which is very much not what I want. But we'll see. Well, that's a bit naughty. Not liking that the numbers going up. Don't want to run out of fuel. Yeah, by driving less shit through this last corner, I can save a bit. 212. Ow. A little bit faster than Rob that time, and my fuel delta has gone down. This is going to be a tricky one. I gotta try and save a bit of fuel whilst also trying to keep up with Rob. I have a shot of a podium. Not a lot of fuel I have to save, but it's some. Can't drive this car after the F1. I don't blame you. I'm not doing good. Oh, Rob! Unlucky. Oh, yeah, that was a nice save, though. That was a very nice save. Got it snapped back around the right way. very unlucky, though. He'll probably be back on my tail in a bit, though, because I'm not very quick. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing a good job of driving this thing. The F1 is definitely much more in my wheelhouse. Guess we can try and profit a bit of fuel saving here. I don't think we're catching the two ahead. Those two can fly away into the sunset. Surprised, according to the clock it says it's only 1:09. It looks surprisingly sunset-ish. Or like later on in the day than 1 o'clock. I can't really see the sun because the mirror's in the way. Okay, good. We are trending in the green for fuel, which is good. 8 minutes to go, though. Oh, I think Rob might have had more troubles, though. My gap has grown quite a lot. Always feels like I'm going to overshoot this corner, but the car seems to break up just enough. Actually, I think that was more of a bug with the real time. Nope, no, it's ballooning it. Maybe a bug with the real time. I don't know. Real time isn't always the most accurate when the gaps start to grow. It does. It can be pretty sporadic. Granted, I don't think I've seen Rob in my mirrors, so maybe he did have a little tumble somewhere else. I think we might be better on fuel now, though, so I can be a little more aggressive. It would be funny if this lap was actually faster than my prior ones from being safe. Oh, it's a bit wide. But I'm all over the road now. Yeah, I think I should have picked something a little bit more tame after the Formula Ones. Something that wasn't such a wild horse. Okay, we're looking good on fuel. Now, I think I've pocketed enough for it to not be a problem. Gary and Matthias still going at it. I think it requires CSP. This car? No. This is a stock Kunos car. Oh, message disappeared? Oh. I didn't see that message. That's weird. It mustn't have come through at all then, because otherwise it says... it would have said, like, message retracted, at least what it usually says. Unless you posted it and you were using filthy language. Even then, actually, I think it should appear. Oh, yellow flag, someone's had an off. I think it's Yari. Yep, Yari's had an off. Five minutes left on the clock. Oh, I need to be careful over those curbs. We're doing a great job. Speaking of, like, mods, though, I guess, it is a bit of a shame how much won't go through. It's a clean message, I swear. If you put a space between every letter, maybe it will go through then. I don't know. Or type it out in chunks. Oh, I use an app called Substanding for the relative. There we go. Cheeky little handbrake pull there. I don't think that helped me, but you get time out calculation. Ah. Yeah, speaking of mods for AC, it's kind of a shame how... just how little care, like the enshittification of Race Department. It's kind of a shame. Like, moderation on Race Department was never really that great, admittedly. But there was at least some degree of, like, quality control. But nowadays they don't give a shit, and... they really don't give a shit. And it's also just plastered with ads as well. Just makes exploring Race Department a misery. I get it, it's probably expensive to host all those mods. Well, not probably. It is expensive to host all those mods, probably. You know, and dealing with all the bandwidth and stuff like that for people downloading them, but... like... if anything, that's more reason to have good quality control. You stop people from just spamming slop. And you know, have a more reasonable thing. Like, Live for Speed. You know, I've sung many praises for the Live for Speed mod system. But I do really like the way they handle things. And doing, you know, all the restrictions they put on mods and the requirement to have licensing stuff. Like, it keeps things really consistent and tidy. That doesn't mean that, like, you know, low effort, low quality mods don't make it in. They definitely do still. But, you know, there's much more stringent standards. And some of these standards, I think, are probably even automated, which makes life easier, you know? Like, if you force people to disclose things, then it makes it easier to cover up the holes. And also, with the, like, strict, or, like, the restrictions around how high quality the models can be also helps streamline a lot the download process and helps reduce bandwidth, you know, which is great for them. Also, it means when you're playing Live for Speed and you want to download a new mod car, you click it and it downloads in like a second, if that. It's brilliant. It's almost as if it's just part of the game. But no, you download a whole new car. Bam, it's there. It is kind of getting to that point, yeah, where it's like, At this point, it probably is, you know, better to just use other places. And race department. I still have a lot of fuel left. They lied to me. Well, ACRL Fuel lied to me. Made it seem like I was gonna run out. I had loads left. But yeah, like, it's nice to have everything in one convenient place. But at the same time, when that one convenient place starts to become inconvenient, it's like... yeah, it just kind of sucks. No other way around it, really. I do occasionally look for, like, new mods for, like, on Race Department for, like, the SRS, these SRS series. But, like, I don't spend a lot of time doing it. I mostly just stick with what I have and what I know. Because, yeah, what's being posted now is just kind of getting worse and worse. More interesting watching these guys go at it. I think I was having a hard time getting past Rob. Rob was even challenging Yari a bit there, damn. But hey, got a little bit of gravel. He tries switcheroo, but he's on the outside here, which isn't going to help him. Outbreaks him. Oh, but I think he's gone way deep, yeah. Oh, let's rub back through. Nice stuff. Jump a little bit further though. Tio's looking. He's trying to find a way around. I think he thought he'd set. Yeah, I think he thought he got him hook, line, and sinker here. Actually, he might have done. So that was not a great exit from Rob. Nice bit of slipstream. Maybe would have taken a bit more slipstream. But, it seems like he took enough. Was that scuffs on the car? Or is that just, it's just the paint mark, I think. And Rob comes back on the inside. Not quite enough to make anything happen, though. Tried through there. Didn't quite work out though. Where slap brake goes wrong. No, not this one. Tia starts pulling away. Hunting down Yari. I start to close up a bit to Rob. Oh, there we go. Just over that curve, I think. Yeah, straight lines it out of here, but gets a wheel over that curb. You can see it's a bit raised there. He's gonna, yep, he's gonna snag it. That spits the car sideways, spits it around. Oh. I think he was focused on not dying, which is definitely the right thing to do, but he wanted full style points, could have definitely have just, like, hammered the car. But obviously I don't think he wanted to hit me. Just fair enough. Meanwhile, Yari getting all out of shape. Put the beans down through here. Didn't really help him much though. And he himself goes for a bit of a stumble. Oh, Mattia gets up the inside. Gets him right on the outside. Getting very wide here. That works out, maybe? Yeah, it works out this time. Yari now is the attacker. Oh, that's bold. Lies down the inside here. Does he overshoot it a bit? Oh, a little bit. But they make it work. Was that a little bit of contact there? Maybe. Very, very, very minor. Let's see, where does it go wrong? So very nearly bonked the guy there, yeah? Was pretty close. He gets up the inside again. Pretty even stuff. It's on the outside here. See how that works out. Yeah, he takes the lead back. What? Oh, that curb ride didn't help. It's still an advantage. Oh, another curb ride. It's not going to help. Just going to swoop on through. Another dive. Oh, he's going for it. On the outside though, so it doesn't quite work as well. Let's see, where do things go wrong? Oh, I'm keeping up with the other. He did pretty well though at the start. Unfortunate for the spin. I think me and you at least could have had a pretty decent battle there. What happened here then? Maybe a little too wide, yeah. Or understeer out into the dirt. Tried to keep it in. And no grip. That wasn't so bad, actually. I thought from my end it was a lot worse. Don't know if anything else really happened from here on out. Ooh, very wide from Rob. Ooh. Oh, is you running out of fuel? Oh. Interesting. Guessing you probably parked it up. Oh. I stopped paying attention by then. Fair enough. Wee. Yeah, my ACRL fuel was telling me I was going to run out, but come the end of the race, I still had about 4 liters left, so I think it had... I don't know if the front two were going slower than it had expected. I don't know. But, yeah, they definitely didn't hit the strides that I guess the numbers were predicting. Overall, though, Mattia, crazy speed, 112.0. Then Yari in second with a 113.6. Myself in third with a 114.4. Or 214.4, sorry. And then Rob in fourth with a 214.1. So actually faster. But yeah, that spin really, really costly. Good bit of battling early on, though. And then for the middle positions. But then it all kind of came unstuck at the end. One mistake was all it took for both Rob and Yari to fall to Mattia. Otherwise, both of you were hanging on pretty well until then. I was just kind of lingering in the background. Overall standings, though, Yari still holds on the lead by 6 points. Of course, Mosport, yeah, Mattia had run into big problems at Mosport. Let's put him back. Yeah, 2 wins, but far off the podium in Mosport. Yari 2 second places and a win. For me, consistent 3rd places. I'll take that at least. And then Rob, not too far behind actually, on 274. Yeah, fun track next week though. That's going to be a very interesting one. Called the Monozires. Love that track. Start is very sketchy due to AC limitations, because I'm pretty certain they don't use the chicane on the race start, but because of where AC is, we have to. But other than that, cracking track. So hopefully we can wrangle a couple more next week to join there, but we'll see. Not holding out massive hopes. But yeah, good stuff. Oh. I think for the main scheduled programming, that is pretty much everything. I don't... Unless you want to hear me witter on about my new car for a bit, I don't think there's anything more to really throw up. But if you are interested, I will be hanging around in the Discord server for some chats. Just some casual chats. I might come back on Friday with another live stream as well. I'm not fully sure yet. I need to think of the plans. But maybe I'll come back on Friday with something a little different. How's the car? It's great. I really like it. I guess for those who don't know, find the picture. I do have a picture stored. I need to add the image. So yeah, last week I picked myself up a new car. I used to drive a shitty old Citroen C1 for the past 6 years, I think. It did me good as a first car. Did what I needed it to do, which is like the bare minimum, pretty much. But now I have gone and bought myself... Oh, that's massive. Why is that so big? Shrink. Gone and bought myself something a little bit more special, which is this bad boy. 1993 Suzuki Cappuccino. Cracking little car. And it takes up less footprint on my driveway than the Citroen, which is great. Because usually, when this was on a weekend, so everyone was out, so the driveway was nice and clear, but usually it's full of cars. But yeah, it's kind of a one... I kind of clocked this car, and I was like, oh, this is like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing here. Because these cars are pretty rare. They only sold... This is a UK model, and they only sold about 1,000 of them in the UK. A little over 1,000. And they sold more in Japan, obviously, but in the UK specific model, only a little over 1,000. And this one, in particular, only has 21,000 miles on it. Which is about 38,000 kilometers, I think I worked that out as. So, barely nothing at all. And actually, for the past 20 years, it's mostly been sat in a garage. Because I found an MOT certificate from, like, 1998 that came in, like, the paperwork for the car. That actually had... The car had already done 18,000 miles by then, so... In, like, the past 20 years, this car has barely moved, but... still drives really well. It seems to be in pretty good condition as well. I haven't noticed anything major yet. Convertible in the UK? Yep. It's actually a hardtop. It's a pretty unique hardtop, actually. Let's see if I can find... I do have some more pictures, but most of them are on my phone. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a pretty unique hardtop, actually. Because it, I don't actually have any good pictures that would show off how the hardtop work. But yeah, so, like, the boot pad, or the roof comes in, like, 4 main bits. And the main bit, like the rear window, slides down into like the back there, as you can see. It slides up and locks into place. And then you've got in the boot of the car, which you can't see at the moment, 3 roof panels, which go in the middle and then the 2 sides. So you can either have it as full hardtop, T-top, Targa, or fully down. And it was pretty good at the weekend, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to fiddle around with it and see what it's like getting the roof off. Getting the roof off isn't so hard. Trying to fit all the roof panels in the boot, however, pain in the ass. They have, there's like nice little bags for them, but I maybe did something wrong, but they don't fit the best. They fit, but it took me a bit of effort to get them back out again. But yeah, cracking little car, this. Got the live in the end. Oof. Yeah, we are pretty much almost finished. We'll be around on the Discord server, though, afterwards. Yeah, I haven't driven too far yet. Mostly just driving it back from the dealership where I bought it from, because that was up in Stevenage. So it's about a 60-mile drive there and back. Oh, well, each way, so 120 miles in total. Have I searched for an AC mod already? I've been looking for an AC mod that's actually good for this car for years. I don't think I've found one. There's one on Race... I was talking about this earlier, actually. There's one on Race Department that has a turbo Hayabusa engine in it, which is a relatively common swap, I guess. I have no intentions of engine swapping this one. I do quite like how he is stock, so I intend to keep him that way. But there was another mod which did a stockification, as they put it, of the car. However, the guy who did that clearly had no clue as to the specs of the original car, because the engine wasn't turbocharged. That was the most obvious giveaway, was the engine wasn't turbocharged. The car also had a few other weird things, like it had traction control. The real car doesn't have traction control. Mine doesn't have ABS either. Some models did, but mine doesn't. Doesn't even have power steering, but it doesn't really need power steering. Steering's only really heavy when you try and park it, but even then it's not that heavy. Because of how little the car is. The steering wheel's quite big as well for how small the car is. But yeah, that AC mod wasn't even turbocharged, and it revved to the 9s. This does have a 12, like the tachometer on it does say 12,000. You're never hitting 12,000. I think it kind of gives up around about 8,000-ish. It kind of starts like not really liking it anymore. It doesn't really want to go much beyond that with the stock engine, which is still pretty high for a road car, but these are like sort of, it's a motorcycle-y engine in it to get the sort of performance. It's not literally a motorbike engine, but it does share parts due to how small the engine is. It does use some motorcycle bits to kind of squeeze that performance out of it. But yeah, you're likely going to be buying a lot of bits for this over the next few months. I plan to get it, the undercarriage protected a bit better from rust, because that's definitely a problem. Probably gonna buy some new tires for it, because I don't know how old the current ones are. Maybe some new brakes. I don't know. The brakes it has at the moment are a little rusty, so probably do have replacing. But for the most part, everything else is pretty fine. But for a 32-year-old car, not too bad, actually. In very good condition. Shit, that was the wrong image. No! I got rid of the wrong picture. No! Almost did a face reveal. What do you mean? I guess it's time to finally get a new background. That's what that's telling me. Accidentally deleting the current one. I'll check the rear of the car. Oh, I guess, yeah, you probably can see me in the reflection. It's a bit warped, though, I would assume. Yeah, I hope I can keep the car that clean. I mean, it shouldn't really do anything. I've already got a cover for it. It hasn't arrived yet, but I should hopefully have a cover for it in the next few days to help protect it a bit better. What if I use this image? It's pretty cool. drop it all the way down. There you go. Much better. Maybe I'll find another one, but I didn't mean to remove this. Oh wait. Ah well. Cool. I think that's all though. As I said, we'll probably be hanging around on the Discord afterwards, just for a bit of a chat and stuff. So yeah, thanks everyone who turned up, chatted and raced, and see you all around next week. Maybe even later this week. I'll still yet to decide. Adios.